So whether you are a longtime follower of Dr. Greger or you're just starting to explore evidence-based eating, nutrition, wellness, I invite you to join me on this exciting journey. I'm so excited to read all the knowledge in here and read the things I didn't know about wellness. Hi everyone, I'm Kat and I'm thrilled to welcome you to this virtual book club that I am starting right here on YouTube. I wanted to embark on this journey as a passion project because Dr. Michael Greger's work has had a profound impact on my life. I've been following his research and nutrition facts for almost a decade now. That's embarrassing. It's been a very long time, Dr. Greger. And his books, especially both of them, How Not to Die and How Not to Diet. I literally don't have my book cover anymore, but especially How Not to Diet has played a crucial role in my journey recovering from having multiple herniated discs in my lower back. Another story for another day, but it's the research he goes into that wasn't even taught when I was in medical school. It was life-changing. And I am a very devoted fan, and I am here to share his research with people so that you all can live a happy and healthier life. I want to say, as a scientist, a passionate advocate of public health and education, and just an all-around lover of life, life's wonderful. I believe that the knowledge that Dr. Greger shares, that he has gathered and shared here, is incredibly valuable, and it deserves to be talked about and discussed openly and freely. So that's why I'm doing this. So without further ado, I'm excited to introduce to you our latest venture, Dr. Greger's new book, How Not to Age. I need to tie my hand-eye coordination, but we are Dr. Greger's new book, How Not to Age. So our next venture is a bi-weekly book club, bi-weekly every 2 weeks, or I guess watch at your latest convenience, but I will be posting every 2 weeks a book club style discussion video series for this book. And throughout this journey, we'll be going over every facet, every page of this book, and we'll be going over the topics and insights that he presents as well. So just to give you guys a quick preview of the book, it is a hefty book. It's not as hefty as How Not to Diet, actually. It actually really isn't if you compare the two. Okay, my book is old, okay? But really, it's actually not that hefty. I was pleasantly surprised. But it has content on the scientific stuff, the different pathways of aging, covering AMPK, autophagy, I can't pronounce that word, cellular senescence, epigenetics. I'm excited for that one. A lot of sciencey things. And then he goes over the optimal anti-aging regimen for exercise, weight control, sleep, stress, social ties, everything. And then he keeps going with preserving function of different systems of our body and how to preserve function in those. And then he ends with his anti-aging 8. So if you've known about his, daily dozen or 21 tweaks, this is the anti-aging 8 for anti-aging. So I'm really excited to go over this with everyone all together. It's a treasure trove of knowledge that deserves to be read. And to be honest, you have all paid for it. Okay, and what do I mean by that is that by paying taxes, like our taxes go towards funding research like this as well. And I don't understand why some research is behind I understand why it's behind paywalls, but because editing and publishing costs money, but that information should be widely available for everyone. So I'm really glad that all this information is being compiled into one book so that, we can all read it and benefit from it. So I'm so excited. I've had this book on pre-order for months, you guys. I'm really excited for this book. Okay, quick story. I literally ordered this book and I sent it to the wrong location. And I had to run out to Barnes & Noble today to pick it up. So, anyways, I'm really excited to have it. And I'm so excited to read it and go over it and just, make new friends, hopefully. And, I'm going to go off on a tangent, just a few minutes. But I truly feel like we're at a point in our lives where I'm realizing that as I'm aging, my family, my friends' parents, my dad, my grandma, everyone's aging. And it's really dawning upon me that we only have so much life left. Okay, we only have so much time per day. Well, I've always known about that part, but we only have so much time left with each other and everyone. And it's pretty important to live the rest of that life optimally, in good health, with good mind, with like the ability to walk and trot and hike and everything. And I think it's such a demonstration of love for your friends and family when you share information like this with them. At least for me, it is. I don't know about you guys. I think love for you might be a piece of bacon, but anyways, okay. I really can't go on tangents. This is why I don't do this often. Okay, moving on. For reals, moving on. Okay, so about this book club, I will say that I'll be sharing my thoughts on each section, and we'll be highlighting the questions that I had in my mind, and we'll also be pinpointing citations and sources, the actual papers that I find particularly intriguing. So, I only showed earlier the beginning parts, but I want to say at the end, if you haven't read any of his books before or kind of scientific papers before, usually our resources are located in the end. When I say resources, that means when we say something in science, we usually back it up. We usually say the source where we got it from, where this knowledge was proven, or maybe not proven, but found correlation for, or where they established this knowledge. And that is what this QR code is right here. He is actually providing all the resources so you can read the papers if you're curious. Like, how do they do this? How do they establish that eating grains is better? How is it good? Why is it good that fiber is in our health, or fiber is in our diet? Questions like that. And you're like, well, how do they do this study? Well, there you go, mister. You can QR code, scan it, and go read the paper. And if you find a problem with it, tell us, tell the community, tell Dr. Greger, tell him that you're being critical, you are being speculative, and that study doesn't say it, or doesn't say what he thinks it does. Like, I think we'd encourage it, because that kind of discourse is what allows for further development of education and knowledge. So anyways, before I go on another tangent, after the QR codes, there's the acknowledgements as well as indices. So if you are someone that doesn't like reading a book from the beginning to end like I do, go through the indices. See if there's a topic you want to read about, such as biological clock, bioidentical hormones, bladder cancers, or there's stuff on Chinese medicine. I'm really excited for that one. Chocolate or cilantro. I don't even know. CD38? Wait, like HIV? Okay, anyway, there's a lot of stuff in here, right? And if there's a topic you want to read about, go from there instead. But I do hope that you can join me from beginning to end, because I think having a thorough understanding of the science before you delve into whatever things he tells you to do to preserve our function or for our anti-aging aid, understand the science, understanding the why behind we do things is so powerful in order for us to perpetuate that knowledge and actually live that life with purpose instead of just doing things as we're told to, right? So before I keep going, I'm gonna have some of my tea because I can't talk for too long. This is literally like my 7th or 8th take. Like, y'all, the sun has gone down. Anyways, and I don't even know if my microphone's still recording. It is. Okay, awesome. Okay. Okay. So, I do want to say that I hope that this book club is it's more than just me talking to the camera. I don't actually like talking to a camera. Like, this is just okay. I prefer talking to people. But it's more than just me talking to a camera. In fact, I see it as an opportunity to build a community, or to meet friends to meet people that are like-minded individuals like me who are just as passionate about health and longevity and evidence-based living as I am. Speaking of evidence-based living, I want to point out and emphasize that this is about evidence-based living, like whole plant-based living. Like, I'm not talking about veganism, okay? I'm not defending veganism. Like, I don't believe in veganism. I don't believe in... Okay, that's a little extreme. Can I just take that out? Like, I didn't say that. Okay. I believe in evidence-based eating. I don't believe in eating things just because, I don't know, it's the popular thing to do inside this diet. I believe in eating things with after making that informed decision to eat something consciously in order to put something healthier in my body compared to whatever is given to me as default or something else. So I just want to emphasize that right off the get-go so that we're on the same page about what this is about. It's not vegetarianism, it's not veganism, it's not keto, it's not, I don't know, there's so many diets out there, but this is about whole plant-based, evidence-based eating. Well, nothing. I'm so excited. Okay. I want to point out, after that, I go on too many tangents. I know. Just bear with me, okay? I want to admit that I hope by sharing my findings and my thoughts about this book publicly, it takes a lot. But anyways, it does take a lot of energy and courage that I hope that I can accomplish a few things today or together. And first and foremost, I hope that I can connect with other individuals who share our enthusiasm for Dr. Greger's work, because together we can actually create a supportive and engaging community. And well, actually, let me tell you why. Because, for example, not everyone lives in a region or is surrounded by people who hold these same beliefs. And it's important to have this kind of support or this type of community for you to explore your interests, for you to discuss your findings, and you ask your questions in a very kind and friendly and non-judgmental way. Right? So that's one thing I'm really trying to accomplish here. And secondly, I am really hoping, and I know that critical thinking and discussion, having educated and non-judgmental discussions are both essential for actual deepening our understanding of anything. It's not just about nutrition or health. I'm saying understanding of anything. So I'm hoping through our conversations, discussions, comments, or just me talking to myself, really, I know it's me talking to myself mostly, but I'm really hoping that through all of these mediums of communication that we can actually discover more about longevity, health, and wellness, and we can challenge each other to think beyond the surface, to actually ask questions and be speculative and critical, and not just accept everything that's given to us. Or sorry, that sounds weird. Well, anyways, not to accept things that's just told, like the status quo, but to seek a deeper understanding and to ask questions and to, I don't know, like, not just believe everything. So, because, okay, I'm sure you're inundated by my marketing and ads and everything every day. And if you have read Dr. Greger's books, you know that he talks about the lobbying in the United States and how money talks. And guess what? Healthy foods, it's not the most lucrative career. It's not the most lucrative business. Therefore, it's not the status quo of what is the American diet or the Western diet. So it's important to question what you're eating and why we're eating it and being critical about these things. So anyways, before I go on another tangent, you will see I go on many tangents. Okay. Moving my script. LOL. Okay, hold on. I scrolled too far. Okay. Lastly, I am hoping that by discussing how not to age, we can introduce this valuable knowledge to even more people, whether to each other who already follow this evidence-based living, or to friends and family who don't know anything about it. For example, my brother kind of follows a carnivore diet. I'm kind of worried about him. Like, I'm kind of worried about his cholesterol and blood pressure and like his inflammation in his body. So anyways, we'll see how that goes. So for example, that's just my personal anecdote, but I'm hoping, one thing that I actually gave these books out for Christmas 2 years ago. And I gave them to my best friend's parents as well, because to me, sharing this knowledge with them is my way of showing my love and showing that, I hope you can live a long life, a long and fulfilling and happy and activity-filled life where you're not sick and bedridden. So that's just my way of showing my love. Okay, before I go on yet another tangent, I really hope we can share this with more people, because we all deserve the opportunity to live healthier and more fulfilling lives. And this book, as well as his others, How Not to Diet and How Not to Die, I have to show it to you guys again because they're wonderful books. My dogs are like, can we go on a walk now, Mom? I'm like, I know, we're almost there. Okay. Seriously. Okay, anyways. You guys need to read these books. But we'll start with one, and then I might start doing a book club for the others too, since I have already read them and I took notes. So, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, moving on. So whether you are a longtime follower of Dr. Greger or you're just starting to explore evidence-based eating, nutrition, wellness, I invite you to join me on this exciting journey. I'm so excited to read all the knowledge in here and read the things I didn't know about wellness and aging. There's such a difference between how not to die and how not to age. One's about dying, one's about living. And I didn't even think about that until I saw this title. Okay, anyways. I will say, okay, so for our very first book club discussion for How Not to Age, it will be 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today? 1 week from today. 2 weeks from today. I'll put it on there. Well, most likely next Tuesday. I'll have it up next Tuesday, starting next Tuesday on the 12th at 9 a.m. PT Pacific time. So don't forget to set your alarms or mark your calendars, or I don't know, if you want to read with me, if you want to read, if you want to read with me, we are planning on reading the first 2 miniature sections. Well, I flip. So I do want to go over the preface and introduction, but I would like to go from all the way into the end of AMPKs. Okay, so don't go into, obviously you can, but during our video, we will be discussing through pages 22. So from 1 to page 22. 1 week, 22 pages. That's 3 pages a day. 3 pages a day. I really think you can do it. I read. I like to sit down with. I like to pour myself a cup of hot tea at night and read a few pages before I go to bed, or read a few pages when I wake up in the morning instead of scrolling sometimes. And it's kind of like self-care. To me, it's self-care to set aside time for me to enjoy reading what I want to read, and not just reading. I do read other books too. Okay, I was gonna say, I wasn't gonna talk about this today, but I love cooking, and this book is Joshua McFadden. I really loved his vegetables for every season. I think it was called 6 Seasons or something, but I love cooking and I love reading other fiction books, but it's a different experience when you read a book that's dedicated to improving your health for the long run. So, hope you enjoy. Oh, and if you don't have the book yet, if you're wondering where to get your hands on the book, you can find it at local bookstores. I sent my book to the wrong location and I had to go run over to Barnes & Noble to pick it up today. So I know for a fact Barnes & Noble has it, and Amazon also has it. Amazon has it at a cheaper price with a pre-order special, or you could probably find it at your independent bookstores, or you can call them to ask them to stock it. And I will say, I also highly recommend getting it at your public library, or I love the app Libby, because it allows me to check out ebooks through my public library and without going to my library. So if you like ebooks or Kindles, Amazon also does sell the Kindle version, or I don't know, ebook or Kindle version for $20. Highly recommend. So that's for if you don't have the book yet. And if you do have the book, I highly recommend getting a cover or something like this, where you can put in your pens or paper or highlighters like I do, so that you can annotate as you read, because I like to I like to circle words I don't know, or write in my thoughts or questions, so that I don't interrupt my train of thought, and I can write down my question, I can move on, and then when I'm done with a chapter or something, I can go back and review what were questions I had, or etc. So highly recommend doing that if you are an avid reader like I am. And beyond that, sorry, I know I'm jumping around, but if you haven't gotten the book yet and you have the financial means of doing so, I highly recommend it, because Dr. Greger's content, all of his books and proceeds goes towards charity. So I find that incredibly inspiring, and it inspires me to do this as well. So I'm hoping, if you have the means to do so, to support his YouTube channel, Nutrition Facts, to support his books, to support his website, nutritionfacts.org, I think, or even his merch. Okay, if anyone's watching, I'd be happy to get a Nutrition Facts. No, not like people on YouTube, but like my family and friends. I'd be happy with just getting a poster or a shirt from Nutrition Facts because I want to support their cause. Anyways, please don't send me anything. Like, I'm talking about my friends and family. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is going to be kind of embarrassing, but I said I would do this, so I'm doing it. Before we dive into this journey together, my very, very last, very last thing, I promise, last one, I want to introduce is this concept that I hope will guide our discussions moving forward with this book club. Beyond kind and compassion and human decency, all the, human respect that we need to hold for each other. I want to introduce the concept of Emmy. Okay, all my fit devs, you guys already know this concept. If you're there, say it with me. This is so, how did I come up with something so cheesy? Emmy stands for E is for explore, M is for maintain, and I is for inspire. And I really hope that we can Emmy health. For fit devs, we wanted Emmy fitness, and here it's about health and well-being, because together we can, the purpose of this is so that we can explore the depths of health and wellness through scientific and evidence-based research by Dr. Greger's fantastic book. And then together we get to hold each other accountable and maintain our well-being by applying these evidence-based practices to our lives. And then last but not least, together then we can, I know I keep saying together, but actually though, together we can then inspire each other as well as your family and friends, or I don't know, anyone that you share this with, to lead happier and healthier lives. So that's Emmy. Hashtag Emmy. So for reals, guys and gals, if I truly believe if we all can live a happier, healthier lives all together, we can all accomplish greater things all together. Like, it's more than just one. It's not just about one person or anything. Like, even this research, it's not just Dr. Greger. This is Dr. Greger standing on shoulders of giants, standing on other shoulders of giants over decades, right? So I think that's really important to recognize, and I hope we can accomplish that as well. So let's embark on this exciting adventure together. I'm sorry if I was too close to my mic, but I really can't wait to read this book, and I can't wait to meet you all in our discussions. And until then, happy reading, and stay healthy, stay curious, and see you soon, everybody. My very, very last, very last thing, I promise, last one.